Thanks to the folks who led the way. Thanks to the folks, let us thank them every day.
Welcome to the Fresh Toones Show. My name is Dave Paltz, and today is one of my Inspirational Lives shows, and it's dedicated to Jane Goodall. She spent most of her life in Central Africa, and she was studying chimpanzees and their social and family life, and she discovered a lot of things that I'm going to talk a little bit about today. I'm going to try and play some fresh tunes that are related to the things that she studied and worked on. When I was 11, I would seek out National Geographic magazines, and it wasn't just to find those photos of topless Native women. It was really all the photographs that kind of amazed me at that age, and I think I occasionally read a story that accompanied them. I think Jane Goodall's article, My Life Among the Wild Chimpanzees in 1963, might have been one of them. I think that article, as well as a number of others, influenced my adolescence and teenage years. By the time I was in college, I was an avid supporter of many of the wildlife preservation organizations. In honor of Jane Goodall and her work, I'm going to share a song that I recently wrote, and it might well have started to germinate back in 1963 when I read the National Geographic article written by Jane Goodall. The song is called Only an Animal. You're only an animal, a beast with no words. Only animals with feathers, scales, and fur. You have no language, no religion true. You know not empathy, in other words we use. You're but a wild beast with no prophets, saints, and priests. Your fair ways take lead, but our gods are all we need. The untamed soul with which you live cannot compare with human geniuses. Creatures large and creatures small, just look around, we've built it all. You scream and run while forests burn, but we deny what we've upturned. While rivers, lakes, and oceans rise, no guilt say we block your cries. You're only an animal, a beast with no words. Only animals with feathers, scales, and fur. You have no language, no religion true. You know not empathy, in other words we use. Only an animal, only an animal, only an animal are words we use, are the words we use, are the words we use. Well, I'd really like to share some of the uniqueness of Jane's studies over in Africa of chimpanzees. She kind of broke away from the traditional conventions of the time. She named the animals that she worked with in her studies. Usually the norm was to assign them numbers, and that's how they would follow up on the behavior of each individual primate. Jane said, no, I'm not going to go along with the universal practice, and I'm going to give them names, and I'm going to get to know them and be part of the troop. I think it took about 22 months before they let her move up the caste system to be accepted into the troop. As a member of the chimpanzee troop, she found out that it's not only human beings who have personality, who are capable of rational thought and emotions like joy and sorrow. She also saw that they enjoyed hugging each other, kissing and pats on the back, and even tickling sometimes, which we kind of consider just a human activity. Her findings certainly suggested that similarities between humans and chimpanzees exist in more than just genes alone, can be seen in emotion and intelligence and family and social relationships. So she made us aware of an awful lot that we were blind to up to that point in the 1960s. I'd like to share this quote of hers. Empathy is really important. Only when our clever brain and our human heart work together in harmony can we achieve our full potential. This is one of my more empathetic songs. It's called Let Me See.
Let me see your tears. Help me to feel the rain. Help me to be aware when I'm here, but I think I'd rather be over there. Let me see your smile. Keeps me going for miles and miles. Do not be afraid to look for love. If you do not look, it will not come. Let us help our friends. Best help anyone when you can. Remember the hard times in your life. To help someone else is only right. Let me see your tears. Help me to feel the rain. Help me to be aware when I'm here, but I think I'd rather be over there.
Yes, Jane learned a lot from the chimpanzees and learned about how important empathy was in their family and social relationships. In Jane Goodall's research, she also challenged the long-standing belief that only humans could construct and use tools. She would observe the chimpanzees feeding at a termite mound, and she would repeatedly see them stick stalks of grass into the termite holes and then remove them from the hole covered with clinging termites, effectively fishing for termites. And the chimpanzees would also take twigs from trees and strip off the leaves to make the twig more effective, a form of object modification that is the rudimentary beginning of tool making. Humans had long distinguished themselves from the rest of the animal kingdom as the, quote, man the tool maker. Now I'd like to share another quote of Jane Goodall. She said, "Every individual matters. Every individual has a role to play. Every individual makes a difference." She learned a lot from the chimpanzees, and maybe we can learn too, to see the value in every individual. This fresh tune is about how each one of us has a song to sing, and we better get out there and sing it. You've got a song.
I've got a song.
song to sing. We know in our hearts it's time to start singing it every day. Reach out your hand, raise up your voice, let it all ring out. A silent bell knows no joy, it only rings when it swings. So let your heart ring out. Spread your joy all about, 'cause I've got a bell, you've got a bell, we've all got a bell to ring. We know in our hearts it's time to start ringing it every day. Take your bell in hand, ring it throughout the land. Let the world know your love. We know in our hearts it's time to start ringing it every day. So let your heart ring out. Spread your joy all about, 'cause I've got a song, you've got a song, we've all got a song to sing. We know in our hearts it's time to start singing it every day. Well, I'm just going to set up the next song by sharing another quote of Jane Goodall's. She talked about her life and she said, "Every stage of my life set the scene for the next. And at each point, all I had to do was say yes and not think too much about the consequences." Because she wanted to encourage us to get out there and believe in ourselves, and to encourage us to believe that the thing we're trying to accomplish, we can do. This song is called "You Can Do It."
You can do it, you can make it through it, even though you might wonder why. There is something inside you, and it's walking beside you, and it is larger than yourself, and it's whispering your name, and it's wiping your eyes, and it's touching your soul, set you free. You are unique to this world. You need to let your flag be unfurled, to be who you are, and that is all. The sun has sprouted your seed, the warmth has lifted your head. Now you know what you know, and that is all. And it's whispering your name, and it's wiping your eyes, and it's touching your soul to set you free. it. You can make it through it, even though you might wonder why. There is something inside you, and it's walking beside you. It is larger than yourself, and it's whispering your name, and it's wiping your eyes, and it's touching your soul to set you free.
This is the Fresh Toones Show, and today's show is an Inspirational Lives show dedicated to Jane Goodall. I've been sharing some quotes of Jane, and I kind of like this one. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. We might not be able to change the world, but we need to do what we feel is just, that is healthy for us, and just do it. Just do what you can do. Just do what you can. Just let your love be your friend. When you know just who you are, your life will be your love. Your life will become the vision that you saw long ago. You strive to see the sunlight that finally brought you home. You were always searching for love. You were always digging for love. You were always thinking of love. And now love sings to you. We must become all we can. Reach out and lend our hand. It's the same hand that gave you love, now gives you peace of mind. Your life became the vision that you saw long ago. You strive to see the sunlight that finally brought you home. You were always searching for love. You were always digging for love. You were always thinking of love. And now love sings to you. Sings to you. Sings to you. I'm just going to share some of Jane Goodall's thoughts here. She says, It's been proven by quite a few studies that plants are good for our psychological development. If you green an area, the rate of crime goes down. Torture victims begin to recover when they spend time outside in a garden with flowers. So we need them in some deep psychological sense, which I don't suppose anybody really understands yet. I guess she's saying we need this planet green, and even as she's 88 years old, she's still a strong activist for preserving our environment and bringing attention to climate change. This is a song of mine called Until This Planet's Green.
Who's that I'm hearing over there? Just a yellow bird in a cage, begging please take a look at this planet before it's gone. Take a look, take it now, find your heart and live your love. Sing your song and raise your voice, give your hand to Mother. Devoured her for so long, we must moderate our appetite, guide our mind to help her turn this ship about, renew our patience to see her back to health. We won't let you die in the hands of greed. We will help you until this planet's green. Take a look, take it now, find your heart and live your love. Sing your song and raise your voice, give your hand to Mother.
Well, as I get ready to wrap up today's Fresh Toones Show, dedicated to Jane Goodall, Going to finish up with this last quote of hers. The most important thing is to actually think about what you do, to become aware and actually think about the effect of what you do on the environment and on society. That's key, and that underlies everything else. This song is called Do What You Know Is Right.
Do what you know is right, and the best you will come to be, and your love will set you free to be the one you want to be. For so long you floundered in search to know your love. Live up your love and be the one, to be the one you want to be, to live the love you want to see, to give when there is need, to follow our love where she leads, to hear the sounds of love, to heed her and become the love that you sought for so long. Sing your love, sing it until you're done. Lift your heart each day with the love you give away. Rise with the sun, shine your light with everyone. Ride the tide coming in and live out the love within, and live out the love within, and live out the love within, and live out the love within.
That's it for the Fresh Toones Show today. Have a great week. Hope you tune in next week. So long now. Bye.
Thanks to the folks who led the way. Thanks to the folks, let us thank them every day.